Hi guys, it's Chris here from Some Bloke Who Travels a Lot, and today I am on the morning flight from Munich to Manchester. Now last week was my first time flying with Lufthansa, and today is my first time flying their business class. So, first things first with a business class flight, let's go and find the lounge. Now once I passed through security, which was very straightforward, they have actually brought in at Munich half their security gates are the newfangled stuff, so no liquids out or laptops out. But the short train over to Terminal L and then straight into the business class lounge, everything you would expect. Efficient, clean, business areas, relaxing areas, and some great views of the apron. And I think today, as in most morning flights, today is going to be a tale of two breakfasts. So I am in the lounge at 7:30 in the morning for a 9 o'clock flight, 8:55 flight. So obviously the lounge is going to be serving breakfast, and a 9 o'clock flight is probably going to be serving breakfast. But anyway, we'll see what breakfast we can find here. But it looks like a good spread. It was a good spread. So you've got your hot offerings. There's no a la carte in here, but this is solely their business class lounge. And it had everything. Certainly everything you'd want at breakfast, including a great array, which I've just dashed past there, a great array of snacks. Unlike Frankfurt, we're not going to see dozens of 747s, but it's still a nice view down there. No, I didn't fill my pockets with jelly beans and jelly babies and snacks galore, but I had a good breakfast. Hadn't had any white sausage on my trip to Germany, so I finished off my trip to Germany with white sausage, and then it was time to board. A nice welcome on board, and no surprises to see the business class cabin on this A319 was 3x3 with a curtain, and I presumed correctly, that the middle seat would be empty for the duration of the flight. Now, when I flew out from Manchester, I flew on this A321, and I had oodles of legroom. So, how is my business class seat going to compare? Well, it's safe to say, in a unique way, because most of the business class cabin was empty. I think there were 4 of us in 4, 6 is 24. Yeah, there was 4 or 5 people in the business class cabin out of 4 rows of 6, so not many. Then after lounging around in my front row, it was time to secure my tray table, fasten my seatbelt, and we were off. Now, this flight's an hour and 40 minutes on the A319, which is a small plane, but not as small as the plane I was flying on next week. To give you a clue, it's called a Dornier 328, and that flight report's coming next week, so you may want to consider subscribing to the channel, and if you ring the bell, YouTube will let you know when I publish that video and future videos. But back to this hour and 40 minutes with Lufthansa. As I said, the business class cabin was empty, which meant the crew had a fairly easy time of it, but they were wonderful. They were great fun. Again, I've got my stereotypical head on, haven't I? It was a great crew right the way through, and of course, it was time for breakfast number 2. This, my friends, is freshly squeezed orange juice. I don't think it was done by the crew in the galley, but it was done in the previous 24 hours, so I was impressed by that. It wasn't carton orange juice. I was happy. Breakfast made me happy as well. A little continental, little choice of some cold meat, healthy yogurt and honey. I think as healthy goes, that's my favourite breakfast, yogurt and honey, with a little splash of some pistachio nuts. Croissant for afters, and of course, which breakfast do you prefer? You prefer the one with that view, don't you? That's breakfast. So a tale of two breakfasts is the one at 30,000 feet that wins. And then service continued with a choice of an apple or some chocolate. With my health kick, I of course chose the apple, and I have to say it was the most chocolatey apple I've ever eaten. So all in all, I have to say, first rate, excellent business class product from Lufthansa. It's no different to most of the other carriers flying in Europe, that it is a standard size economy seat. Of course, on the front row I had that extra legroom, which was great, and I also like those front row with the tables that come out like that. I haven't seen those on BA for ages, so I don't know, maybe it's just the equipment I've been flying on, but I like those tables. But stand out for me, the crew were excellent. Now I know they had an easy ride, but they were friendly, they were fun, and everything ran smoothly. So yes, will I be flying with Lufthansa? Will I choose business class? Well, I definitely will. One, because it was excellent, and two, I am now chasing Star Alliance points, because I very much at some point want to get in the bubble of a 747 with Lufthansa, as they're the only people flying it. So that's a good reason to subscribe to the channel. That will happen in the next 12 months. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and happy travels.
Willkommen in Manchester. Bitte bleiben Sie jetzt noch so lange angeschnallt.